programs Nko plenty news and current affairs. Everything is in one.
Primus Radio. Express, exhibit, and explore. You're connected into the sound you crave.
An all-time favorite.
Primus Radio. Bringing you the hottest hits. Non-stop. Primus Radio is the sound of Ibadan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Where good times and great music collide.
here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Bring it on, bring it on. You, bring it on.
All right. Good evening, everyone at home. This is Mindful Matters. Yeah, we're sorry we couldn't do a proper awareness of this show. We'll sincerely apologize. And we are going to do better. Before I move forward, I'm going to say special thanks to some set of people who made this show possible. And I want to say, you guys are the best. My special thanks goes to Almighty God for making this thing possible. And after that, to my wonderful mentors at Splash FM Felele in Ibadan. I want to say thank you, Mr. Sheon Akinola, head of program, and my project supervisor, Mr. Michael Olatubosun. I am very, very, very grateful. Now, we'll move to the third people on the list. To my beautiful analysts I have on the show today. They are wonderful. They will be the one running this show together with me. And I know we're going to perform better. We're going to make people change, because the essence of this show is to bring reality to the world. The world is in a mess state right now, and it's so painful. But with our analyst, I myself, we're going to make something better. And I hope you enjoy the show with us. Well, finally, to my special friend. I wouldn't say friend anyway, because it's more than friend. Titi Layo Akimbami Yoren. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everyone. I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name, but you mean a lot. And this show is going to improve lives and make people do that which is better. So before I move on, it is a cool Thursday in Ibadan. We thank God Almighty for doing His wonders. This is raining season and everything is flowing fine. Once again, you're welcome to Mindful Matters on Primus Radio. You can listen to us via Radio Garden, Zeno Radio, Radio Net, Radio Box. Mindful Matter is a radio talk show where we discuss important issues around our society. This week, we have an important topic. And this topic is all going to touch every areas necessary. Before I move on, my name is Oluwole Abayomi Williams. My radio name is The Dove, in case if my full name is too long. It is good to have you join us on the program today. Of course, it is 19th September 2024. We are here to awaken the people towards our society because we believe we all have a role to play. Now, before I move on, I would like my analyst to introduce themselves. So after that, we'll go on a musical break. When we come back, definitely we'll bring in the topic for the day. So on my right-hand side, I would want you to please introduce yourself to the world.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Omolola Okbashino. You can call me Strictly Sapphire. You're welcome to Mindful Matters.
Nice. And to my other Oga at the top, my main man, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Wherever you might be listening to us, right at the comfort zone of your house, in your office, you are in your vehicle heading home from work. You as a student, you are in your hostel, your dormitory. You're welcome to Mindful Matters from Primus Radio here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Onyema Tony. You can easily call me Onyx with an accented O.
All right. I believe you all now know our names and you also know our nicknames, or should I say radio name. Now, we would like to go on a break. When we're back, definitely we would open the show. Thank you.
Bring it on, bring it on. You, bring it on.
Life know the sweet though, hey. If some people know the hate too. So use the number 6 so and calculate. You go see the ratio. The beef self na meat yo. Whether na asu them relate to. So bring your own crayfish, oh, we go mix, oh Lord. Oh, Shane and them talk say, we no go blow. Oh, Shane them they see us now, we don't they glow. Take a look at me now, take a look at me now. We're running things in this town. Can't you see?
I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall.
And rising, rising, rising. Keep it high, rising, rise.
Bring it on.
This life is not easy. So much hustling and puzzling. Everyone is struggling. So make you know they believe, say. Since everyone is chasing, you're never gonna make it. Never say no, never give up. Keep your head up, standing tall. And for sure, you go turn it up, turn down for what? Shane and them talk say, we no go blow. Shane them they see us now, we don't they glow. Take a look at me now, take a look at me now. We're running things in this town. Can't you see?
I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall. Bring it on, bring it on.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and
it high, rising, rise.
I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on. Are you ready? Are you ready? No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall. Bring it on, bring it on. Are you ready? Are you ready? No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall.
And rising, rising, rising. Keep it high, rising, rise.
Bring it on.
My love,
Yes, yes.
I have something vital I want to tell you. It's about our business.
Really? I hope it's no money this time around.
But I'm only concerned with the growth of our business. We need to create more public awareness so we can get our desired growth. This is something important we need to do as at this point.
Wow, that's so thoughtful of you, my dear. But we both know such move is meant for successful businessmen and women. I mean, where do we get huge amount of money for soap? And
That's why we have Primus Radio. With little money, we can achieve this with them.
tell me more, what I don't know.
Oh, my love, Primus Radio is a fast-rising internet-based radio station in Ibadan with fast-growing audience, majorly in France, Canada, Nigeria, Germany, United Kingdom, United States, Sweden, among others. We can place our adverts not only on Primus Radio, we have Primus Media Monthly Magazine, Primus Media Blog, Primus Social Media Spaces. Ha, my dear, all of this and more at affordable prices.
Wow, you captured my heart the more with this your new discoveries. So how do we strike a deal with them?
That's nothing to worry about. Primus Media City office is opposite El Loving Daycare, Sharp Corner, Ulioli Estate, Ibadan, or your state, Nigeria. You can even call them on 08102 117710 or 08162 746 129. Mailing them on primusmediacity@gmail.com won't also be a bad idea.
Where is my car key? Honey, meet me at Primus Media City office. Thank you.
So you want to leave me here while you make this with Primus? Who does that? I beg. This my shot is not bad, Jerry. We move together.
Mindful matters, mindful matters. Mindful matters, mindful matters.
Welcome back from that break. So now, like I said earlier, we're gonna eat the show. This is Mindful Matter, in case you're just joining us for the first time. This is Primus Media Radio. You can listen to us again on Radio Garden, Zeno Radio, Radio Net, and Radio Box. So today's topic that we're bringing on, and if you're there online, there's a studio line in which you can call in case you don't feel like to share comments or you feel like to call the studio line. So the studio line is 081 090 59310. I'll take it again. 081 090 59310. Now, back to the matter at ground. Today's topic is titled Single Parent. We observe that the society has been facing serious form of divorce, and it's affecting the society back. And I think it's time we need to solve this issue. We need to put this issue on marital life that is not successful, we need to put it down. So we are here live on Primus to discuss about this. Like I've introduced my analyst on the show, we're going to elaborate on this. Now, my first question is this: who can we call single parent? Who are those ones we can classify in our society today that we can call single parent? Let me move to my right hand side. Omobola. So tell me, what do you think we can call single parent?
Single parent is a person who has children and has no living partner, or should I say wife now when it comes to a husband, or husband when it comes to the wife, that has no support in assisting and taking care of their children.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Mr. Tony, or should I say Onyx, right?
Onyx, please.
Onyx.
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 Yes, please.
Okay, sorry for pronouncing it wrong.
No problem.
So, now, in your own view, what do you think we can call single parent?
Okay, thank you very much for that. When we say single parent, I will first like to, make aware of what a parent is.
Okay.
When we talk about parenting, before I will now really explain what single parent or parenting is.
Okay.
We talk about who a parent is. I think a parent is an adult male or an adult female who, has that responsibility or role of nurturing or raising a child or children in that regard. And when you talk about parenting could be that process. Process or state of nurturing, bringing up that child or children. So when you bring these two together to really understand what single parent as a person or single parent as an issue, then you could easily come to conclusion to say single parent is that person, a male husband in this regard, a female wife in this regard, who nurtures, raises, brings up a child or children in the absence of a partner, not living with a partner in this regard, solely raising up that child to becoming an adult. Because you want to talk about a child in this regard and single parenting, I guess we only need to streamline it to the level when the child will now become an adult. In case of Nigeria, 18. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for that. In fact, it was nice. Let me just say this, or let me add to this. Single parents can also be said to be two couples who decided to separate or go their own ways, and the marital stuff is not working again. So I think that's it. Anyway, my two analysts, thank you very much for that. Now that we have realized who single parents are, what are the causes of being a single parent? Because the society we are now, a lot of things going on concerning this issue. If we move to the elite ones, those ones that are educated, those ones that are civilized, we still have single parents among them. If we move to the other side, to those ones who are local,
who are not educated, we will still find single parents among them. Now, if we now move to the third side, the religious ones, those ones that can read the Bible from head to toe, talk on Quran from morning to night, talk on their traditional dues, we still have single parents among them. And this process is not encouraged in our society right now, because we need to put a stop to this and make sure that our marital life works for good, at least for the benefit of our children. So now, back to Omobola. What do you think is the cause of being a single parent?
I would say there are so many. There might be different reasons or causes of being a single parent.
Okay.
It could be by choice or by force. Now, choice, just like you mentioned before, that if the marriage is no more working.
Okay.
Let's say in the case of physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, the wife or the husband can decide to walk away. The man or the woman now can decide to walk away.
Okay.
Another option by choice could be you don't want to be married, you don't want this partner issue, you just want to have a child and just take care of it by yourself.
So we have people like that.
Yes, there are people like that. There are
Wow.
options like that.
Okay.
And also that now let me move to the by force.
Okay.
Now, life is unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time.
Yeah.
Someone can wake up in the morning and not stay alive by evening. So let's say someone loses his or her partner.
Okay, yes.
Person has no other option. Unless he or she decides to remarry. So those are some of the
causes. All right. Thank you very much for that. In fact, it's really, really enlightening. Back to Onyx. Am I right this time?
You're trying. It's actually Onyx.
Onyx.
Yes, please.
Don't worry. One day I'll get it. Trust
Right.
myself. I will. So, now, in your own view, what are the causes of being a single parent?
Being a single parent, first, I would like to say, is either you are married or unmarried, right? Because an unmarried person could be a parent. From what she said, I will deduce from what she said earlier that one could actually be a single parent either by choice as a cause of single parenting. Okay, but decades ago, the most common reason why you see married parents, married couples, the reason why you see them going off, tearing this line of single parenting is actually due to the death of one of the partners.
Yes. That's
but
true.
These days, you see different reasons why people, venture into these single parenting or want to be a solo parent. And like she rightly said, it could be a parental divorce,
Okay.
or parental separation. There's the sharp difference between a divorce and separation. Okay, it could be that. It could be that any of the part or each of the partner or any of the partner wishes to, just go on his or her way due to maybe kind of a toxic relationship.
Okay.
It could be that a matter of choice as well. Matter of choice. There are some people, they just they want to have kids, but they don't want to get married.
Wow.
Okay, like in case of, if I could remember, this notable celebrity in Edo.
Okay.
In 2021 to be precise.
Okay.
She came out with a banger of a thing that she doesn't really want to. Not that she doesn't want to get married, but she just wants to be a mother as a parent, and she wants to trade the line of this surrogacy of a thing. And her decision was born out of the fact that she has had, previous miscarriages in that regard. So look at that. She's not married, and today we can call her a mother. She's a parent. So it's a matter of choice. It could be as a result of unplanned pregnancy. You see our young girls these days, pregnancy that they didn't plan for before going into marriage, and you just see the person that impregnated such a lady is nowhere to be found or denied such pregnancy. What do the mother, we have to take care, we have to nurture that child. So that could be another cause of single parenting.
Thank you very much. In fact, I really appreciate your own explanation.
You're welcome.
It's very nice. Now, to add to what you've just said now, I noticed that during 1970s, 1980s, all those are forefathers' time, there was nothing like, how will I say it? Let me put it this way, like, we don't have this much numbers of divorcee, like, because now we have teenagers as parents. Then the only thing we know then, let me say, because I'm part of 1980 people, so what we know then is when we hear parents, definitely it was gonna be a mature people, like both male and female. Now we have a total different story. We have something like a teenager at the age of 15, 16, 17 becoming a single parent, and that is bad. So I think it's time either both the government, parents themselves, to find a solution whereby we don't have a community full of divorcee, full of youths being single parents. So I think this has to stop, honestly. I really appreciate you guys for analyzing this. Now, but what I'm going to ask next is this, because if we say single parent, definitely there is a child, or there is a let me say there are children involved, since it's called parenting. Now, what are the side effects on children staying or parenting by single parent? What are the side effects in our society? Because this matter has to be solved, and there should be a solution. So let me first of all ask from Omolola, what are the side effects, on children staying with single parents? What do you think are the problem? What do you think will come out of it?
Well, we have there could be two side effects. We have the positive side effects and the negative side effects. You see, single parents, they have come to stay. Gone are the days when people are being hush about, oh, I don't want to leave my husband's house. Oh, what will people say?
Okay.
What will happen? What will they call me? See, now men and women are owning their truth. They are embracing their stories. And they are moving on regardless. But I would want to delve into this issue from the negative side effects on children. And then I think the number one I would pick is the psychological effect on children. The psychological effect. Most especially from children who find themselves in a single parent household from two parents. You see, they are growing up, they have their dad and their mom, and all of a sudden it's just one person. You see, it takes it has this psychological effect on them.
Okay.
Makes them anxious, depressed, sad, because, and we are so, in this part of the world, we are so, I don't know how to explain it now, we are so backward in a way. Sorry to use that word. We don't tend to sit our children down to explain to them that this is what is happening. We say, oh, it's adult matters. So we don't tend to call them, sit them down and say, this is it. So children they don't understand this. Today they see their mom and tomorrow they don't. and they don't know what could happen next. Is the dad going next? Who is going next? So you see, then the one of the reasons it's going to cause the psychological effect is the stigmatization from the society.
Yeah.
The bullying, the insults, in a way, because you see other children say, oh, my dad and my mom took me to, or my parents did this, and they don't have that kind of experience anymore. So that's one side effect. Another side effect would be the financial pressure. 2 parents household, 2 incomes.
Yes, that's true.
Single parent household, 1 income. The financial responsibility or the financial load has not reduced. So you see, 1 parent now has to bear the whole burden, thereby exposing the children into exposing them to early financial responsibility, early financial they have to bear their own part of the burden.
Okay.
Another side effect is the educational side effect. There's going to be a sharp increase in dropouts. If the parents can't afford to send their children to school, they have to stop and either hawk or go work. So let me stop at that.
Okay. In fact, I am. How will I say it? I'm getting more enlightened about this. Okay. Before we move to Onyx, am I right? Now, please, if you're joining us now, this is Mindful Matters, and the topic we're talking today is single parent. This is Primus Radio. You can listen to us on Radio Garden, Zeno Radio, RadioNet, and Radio Box. This topic today, it's going to help a lot of people because we want our society better. We all have our responsibility to take in it. So now let me move to Onyx. What are the causes? I mean, what are the side effects on children that comes from single parent?
Okay. Before I give my own opinion as regard the effect of single parenting, you made a bit of an assertion in comparison of this single parenting to that of the late 70s, 80s, the olden days.
Exactly.
You see, the thing is that these our age-long societal belief that a man and a woman need to, actually, nurture the child, raise the child. You see, this societal belief, we need to face the reality that they are being challenged. Yes, they are being challenged by 3 factors: urbanization, industrialization, and modernization. And you could even see it or heard it on the lips of these day generation children or young parents, that what a man can do, a woman can do better. Because I put it to you that in our society today, we talk about single parenting, you have the single mothers on the rise. I mean, we have them more than that of the single fathers. That is where you now ask the question, why? It is due to these 3 things. We don't have it in our society. I'm talking about our parents here in Nigeria. Okay? So that is to tell you, or to better, explain or support that your opinion that you expressed earlier.
Okay.
Now, back to the effect of single parenting. Yeah, I will still bank my points on what my sister here has said.
Okay.
Reflecting it on that of the economic hardship of the parent, not parents in this regard, because we only have either the father or the mother living with that child or the children. it also has this psychological effect of it that she mentioned, and developmental problems. Now, let me pick it one at a time. We talk about developmental problems. It is on both sides, that of the child and that of the parent, because one of the sole responsibility of a mother or a father, like a single parent in that regard, is to see to the all-round development of the child, right? As it concerns the child's academic life, as well as the community relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
When you now tailor it down to that of the academic life,
okay,
the child will feel challenged in one way or the other. In comparison, him just being trained by a mother or a father, to that of a child in same class that is being nurtured by two parents in that regard, that child will feel challenged in one way or the other. What do I mean by that? You see, the progress of the child in school may likely drop. When I'm talking about progress, I'm talking about the academic progress of the child in school.
Wow,
because,
yes, that's true.
The trauma that led to the separation of the father and the mother of that child could actually still be affecting that child. You see, you hear this from the lips of teachers, tutors, trying to lay their concerns about why this child is not developing, why is this child not catching up with others in class. How do you expect a child who maybe is being separated from the father and is now living with the mother in that regard? How will you explain to the teacher, or how will the teacher try to come to supporting that child in his own academic areas, his flaws academically in that regard, when the child is not balanced in the class? So it affects the child in that regard. Then for the single parents also, on these developmental problems, a parent, like for example, don't let me use myself now. Let me still just maintain that of the single mothers, because you see them on the rise. A single mother will want to solely care for that child. The woman is merging the responsibility of the father and the mother together to cater for that child. And this woman will want to go extra mile to making sure that this child needs are met. Okay, so that woman as well will not have time, because you'll be dedicating more time to work to make ends meet. Will not have enough time to help that child assess and to help the child in his or academic works at home. It's affecting the child indirectly. So that is one of the effects. Another one is the economic hardship. Like I said, the mother or the father will be, they too will face that economic stress.
That's true. When they are two, they pull resources together, and now they are just one. Even with the issue of having extra job, working longer hours, she may still not meet up time, may still not meet up that resource to take care of that child, to give extra, because single parenting is all about giving extra care, extra attention, extra protection, extra provision to that child. So these are just the effect of it, the psychological, the developmental problem, as well as the economic stress on that parent, because the child will want to live up to expectation in class or in school. His or her mates, they are getting things, bringing things to school. The child will feel challenged. I'm living with my mom, she's not providing this. But when he or she relates that to the mom, and the mom will want to go extra mile. So it's a dual thing, both on the child and at that of the parent. So it's really a menace in the society. It's really eating deep in both the educational sector, because when you call teachers now, they've resumed now. When you call teachers now, and I expect a teacher should call in, they will tell you this is one of the issues they face right in school. Because there is no school that you have in our society today that will not have a case of a single parent having a child in that school. Wow, I really say thank you. Now, if you're out there, the studio line once again is 081 090 59310. And in case you cannot reach us on that line, you could send your comments. Just go to the website, Primus Media Radio. You see it there. Send your comments. We'll read it out. We'll see it. And again, if you need this show to promote your business, please, you could easily get in touch with us here. And the number to call is 080 3068 8973. So now, We'll be adding some things to this show, which is Voice of the People. It's called Vox Pop. We are sorry we couldn't bring that this week. It took us a lot of time to organize all this. So starting from next week, we'll be going outside to bring people's opinion inside the studio for you all to hear, because we believe we all have different opinions towards issues. And the word we hear now, whether we like it or not, we need to come together to make a peaceful place for ourselves. So now, back to what Onyx said. Onyx, am I right?
You're right.
Now, this issue of single parent on children's life, it has been so rampant. In fact, most single okay, let me go to the direction of single mothers now, because I noticed that when a marriage breaks or there's a divorce or something, at least let me say 20% of men do take the children along with them. It's just only the woman that will carry the child and say, no, I cannot drop my child. I have to take my child along with me. Now, these children are becoming so, how will I put it, so easy to trap in the society. They want to meet up with their mate, and yet they don't know how to do it. So I think the way God made the ecosystem, like the way God made marriage, there is a role a man and a woman should play in the life of a child. But I hope with these things, with what we are doing now, a lot of homes can be repaired. Now, this comes to my question. How do single parents, how do they affect our society? Because according to my research, I discovered that the rate in which we have divorcee is so much. Now, what are the effects on society now? Not their children. Now, what are the effects on society? So please, because our time is running up already. Now, Omo Lola, please, I would like to ask that question from your side. How do you think single parents affect our society? Please.
To raise wholesome children. You see, in marriage, the mother has a role, the father has a role.
Okay.
But in raising children, both the mother and the father has to be involved. So to raise wholesome children, we need the input of both the father and the mother. Now imagine a single parent household where there's no little to no care, no time. The children are left to their own devices. They're exposed to a whole lot of things out there.
Okay.
So they are easily drawn to the negative social devices. Early introduction to alcohol, smoking, prostitution, thuggery.
Yeah.
So you see, imagine in a society where we are trying to reduce all these things. I imagine we are still churning out more recruits. More recruits, yes.
Okay.
More recruits. Let's say there's this man in the next building that sees that in this house only the children are at home. There's nobody. There's no adult supervision.
Okay.
He can easily call one of them. Go and get this for me. Go and get that cigarette. Go and get that drug, that alcohol for me.
Okay.
And little by little, the children will want the child will want this thing that this uncle is drinking. Let me just taste it. Let me see, how does it look? What does it feel? So you see, little by little, they're being inculcated into that habit, into that kind of lifestyle.
Okay.
So the impact on the impact of single parents on our society is huge. Is huge. You see, before you know it, there's no money to buy these things. They get to steal. They rob. They would do all sort of things to satisfy their cravings. And you see the parent, this particular parent saying, when did you start all this? How did this happen under my nose? Yes, it's under your nose it started though. Because you are not available, you are not around. So single parents, one of the negative effects on society is the social degradation. It's a gradual degradation, robbing the society of the little which word now? The little energy, the little positive impact we are trying to build.
Okay.
I'll stop at that.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me chip in here. You see, the society today, I noticed that the divine spirit with women and with what they are passing through, especially single parent, it's not a small thing, honestly speaking. But you see, it's not helping the society because majority of them, or let me say half of them, have taken this issue of single parenting into something improper into the society. Today, we have hookups, except we want to just look at all these things and we don't want to talk about it. They are in our society. And the funniest part of it is, all these things, it does not stop in one sector. It's not as if it's only the locals, those that are not educated, that are doing it. The educated, the civilized ones, the religious ones, they are into all these bad habits. So I think there should be a way on how to solve this issue. So but before we even move to that, let me hear from Onyx. Please, what is your own view towards this effect, single parent effect on society? Please, we would like to hear your view.
Okay. If I may ask, how will you feel, or what do you think a child that has the father, the mother, nurturing him, training him initially, but due to maybe separation or remarriage of either of the parents, how do you expect the child to feel when the love that he or she has for the two parents has been shattered and he or she needed to now stay with just one parent? How do you think the child will feel? So that alone will go back to the society. That anger, that anxiety, that confusion, that frustration that is going in the mind of that child, the child will want to look for a way to express it. Where will the child express it? It is in the society. The society, maybe the school that the child attends, can easily be expressed there. And if not well tamed, if not well arrested, like the cases that she mentioned, that child will now, start getting ill advice from people. That child will now turn to be a kind of a messenger for those, those hooligans in the society. The child will turn him or herself automatically to a kind of a vagabond, so to say. So the society will suffer. I'm not saying that kids that are with their two parents, the father and the mother, I'm not saying that they don't go into all these ills that the society is experiencing in the hands of these people.
Okay.
I'm talking about our normal, dead devil, whatever you call them. So I'm not saying that kids from those homes they don't have hands in all this. But you see kids from solo parents, they are on the rise in this regard. By research for, ask questions. You will realize that most of these armed robbery, they are from single parents. They are
Single
kids
parents.
from broken homes. They are kids that even the mother or the father that child is living with is not actually putting that responsibility, playing that role on that child. So the child will go on the street. The society will suffer. Society suffer. So
That's
that is just it.
That's true. Thank you very much for that. In fact, wow, our time is fast spent, and that's wonderful. If you're out there, please do everything possible to keep your relationship and keep your marriage alive. Because you see, this broken home of a thing, apart from the fact that it affects you and your partner alone, the children suffer for it. And it tells back to the society. So I would say to you, do everything to keep that marriage rolling. And in case you find yourself on the edge, do it in a very peaceful way. Now, in 30 seconds, because our time is fast spent, Omolola, what advice would you give every single parent out there in 30 seconds, please?
Okay. My major advice would be prioritize self-care. Garbage in, garbage out. You can't give what you don't have. So if you want your children from, we are not saying that children from single parent household don't turn out good, but with extra care, that keyword extra. So to give that extra, you also have to be filled up. Your tank has to be full. So take care of yourself. Invest. Self-care is not selfishness. Invest in yourself. It is what you have that you pour into your children, and they would see your input. They will see what you're doing, and they will strive to do better.
Wow, thank you very much, even though that's more than 30 seconds anyway. To my lovely brother over there, Onyx. So, in 30 seconds, what is your advice to single parent out there listening to us?
Yeah, I think there is no reasonable parents that would not want to see his or her child succeed academically, being adjusted to the society. So for such a parent to expect more from that child, all that parent needed to do is to pay that attention to that child. Pay extra attention to the child. That role that needed to be performed on that child, you providing, guiding, and seeing to his or her academics, seeing to the kinds of friends he or she moves with. All those things needed to be done in that regard. Such a parent needed to instead of 2 eyes in this regard, the parent must have 4 eyes for that child. 4 eyes, 2 for the father, 2 for the mother.
And please permit me to add this. Also invest in community. You see, 4 eyes. Your other 2 pairs of eyes could be from your community. Ensure that as a single parent, it's not the time for you to hide. Thank God society is now open and embracing single parents. No longer like in the olden days that people are hush about it, don't talk about it. But now, invest in your community. Surround yourself with your parents, your friends, your religious outfits, your neighbors, just ensure that your community is sane, is sound, and your children are safe within them.
Well, this is wonderful today. In fact, the topic has been fully discussed. And if you're out there listening to us, please, even if the marriage is not working, even if your partner, you don't like him or her again, please take care of those children. They are the future of this country. They need to be catered for. Now, we are seeking adverts and sponsorship for this program because we have a lot to talk about. Mindful Matters is a radio talk show that picks on important topic around each sector. We'll bring it live here on Primus Radio. We'll be going now. In case you need to make inquiry about anything, please reach out to us once more. The phone number is 080 08030688973. I repeat, 08030688973. From Mindful Matters team, I'll say goodbye and see you next week.
God don't kill me, make me stronger. But this one weak me, make I no lie. Look at my